was unfair and unjustified. And it's a huge relief for the country that this lopsided situation is now coming to an end. Kosovo has worked very hard to meet all the conditions and fulfilled them many years ago, and is now finally rewarded for this. But it's not only a moment of great significance for Kosovo. It's also important for us, because the European Union finally fulfills its promise to Kosovo. And it's important for the region, because now we can open a new chapter. The European integration of all Southeastern European countries is the only guarantee that reforms, real reforms and stability in the region will continue to be growing. Well, to be very honest, now the deal is signed, I can say that I was not very happy with the new condition that arose during the final stage of the negotiations. To me, it was also a surprise that this was put so strongly, but that's a fact. It happened, and I'm very glad that we managed to agree also with the Council that we have at least a final date now, 1st of January 2024. And yes, I agree with you that it doesn't look like ETIAS will be up and running much before or even at all. So the condition that if ETIAS is up and running, that we could start earlier, will probably not be used. That's why it was so important for me and for the European Parliament to have a final and at the latest date in the agreement.
This has been a long and difficult process with a lot of stumbling blocks in the way, and took 11 years to conclude. For 4 years, the process was pending in the Council, and it seemed at points impossible to break the impasse. Nevertheless, we were committed to conclude it by making our case that not only were the visa criteria fulfilled, but Kosovo had progressed remarkably in the fields of rule of law, fight against organized crime and corruption, fundamental rights, as well as management of migration. These achievements could not be ignored and overlooked. We have worked closely with all member states to make this happen. Visa liberalization comes with a series of strings attached to this. Some of them are limitations with respect to the financial means that you have to bring with other documents that you have to accompany with the maximum number of days that you can stay. But I think we will have 8 months to inform citizens about eventual restrictions. The decision that was made today grants visa-free travel to Kosovo and Kosovo citizens. Belgrade is not in Kosovo. The citizens that have passports issued in Belgrade will hopefully use this period of 8 months to acquire regular Kosovo passports so that they can also enjoy the benefits of the decision.
That the European Union must handle the application of Kosovo for the membership now with the same dedication, thoroughness, and but also with the same speed as we have been doing that with previous applications. And with regard to the 5 countries that do not yet formally recognize Kosovo, I think this particular step that we are taking now, but also the effort that has been put into the so-called normalization agreement, signals that also for these countries it is important to start moving in the direction of formal recognition.
So we are ready for this next step. And the last agreement between Kosovo and Serbia starts with a paragraph where both countries recognize each other as equal partners. And we believe that all 5 non-recognizers should use this as a starting point and recognize Kosovo and Serbia as equal sides, and hence move on with the EU integration process. I would want to especially thank each of them for being very cooperative in the visa liberalization process, and we'll want to see the same spirit also in our application with the Council of Europe, but also our application for membership status.